Hey, let me tell you about the Anchor app we use to make this podcast. It makes putting together a podcast so easy and way less stressful than we ever thought it would be. Let's start with the fact that it's free, not like here's a 7-day free trial. No, it's free, which is great for when you're balling on a budget. Anchor has creation tools that let you record and edit from your phone or your computer, whichever you choose. Oh, and Anchor will publish your podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and so many others. Did I mention that you can make money from your podcast using Anchor with minimal listenership? It's honestly everything you need for a podcast in one easy place. So download the free app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Welcome to our podcast. Excuse me, Karen. Where it's Halloween, bitches, and we got a tale for you.
Happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween. But first, we want to thank all of our followers for sticking with us.
Yes, thank you. We appreciate you so much. And stay tuned, hold, because we'll be back fully soon.
We plan on making more episodes soon, but life has been busy.
Busy.
It has gotten away. Yeah, like for both of us. I started a new position in my real person job, and I've been doing corporate training and training new hires and just learning so much. And it has been so much fun.
Yay, corporate.
Corporate America.
Right. And I started a new semester that is extremely time invasive and overwhelming. And that's my excuse, really. It's just a lot.
I mean, I've seen Facebook about your classes, and I'm like, oh God. Thank God I finished school.
This semester, honestly, has been the worst semester I've ever had.
Oh yeah, it's kicking your ass.
It really is. But we'll be back.
Yes. And we are working on plans for new episodes and new little things that we want to do for you guys. So it's coming. It's coming. It may not, I know we said August, but that's when everything started.
Yeah, we are sorry, but if you just stick with us, we got you. Because the ideas that we have coming, we think will be fun for you guys as well.
And if not, it'll be fun for us. So, I mean, either you can join in on the fun, or, sideline it. It's okay.
So, because it's Halloween, we wanted to spread the spookiness a little bit and share a different kind of tale that happened to us both on the same night, which just happens to be Halloween.
Picture it. It's 2007. It is the last year I'm going trick-or-treating because a bitch is getting too old for it. I was 17. I go with my friend, her sister, and these two guys. And I remember this. I literally came up on my Facebook memories the other day, and it's what reminded me, like, oh my God, this happened.
And that's how we came up with this episode idea.
Yeah. I was like, oh my God, we should make an episode of this. It was so random. It was so random. But then when you think about it, yeah, but when you think about it, it's not really that random because that shit happens all the time.
Literally every day.
Yeah. So we're going to start. I grew up as a bougie bitch, kind of, where I would like go trick-or-treating in the rich neighborhoods where we would get like full-size candy bars and they'd give you toys and like $5 bills and shit. So like I never used like a pillowcase or anything. I would like have one of those store-bought bags or like the hard pumpkins. Like I was a bougie bitch. I remember this was the first Halloween because I was like, I'm old. I don't need like one of these hard pumpkins. I was like, oh, I'll just use a grocery bag. And my friend goes, bitch, use a pillowcase. And I was like, and again, as a bougie bitch, I was like, my pillowcases are nice. Like, I'm not
Right.
doing that. So she gave me one of her like little brooches, and I was so excited because I was like, I'm going trick or like real people.
Yes.
Thing. Like I'm in my kind of scary but somewhat slutty vampire like Halloween costume. And I was so hype. I was like, yes, bitch.
Okay.
And we did this thing where because I had a car and I drove, then I was like, let's go trick or treating over by Lauren's house.
My hood.
Yeah. Well, because they had the elementary school there, and we've talked about it in previous episodes. The elementary school was like the hangout place. So when we originally went there, there was like a bunch of cars in the parking lot. So I park under the street lamp because I'm a scared bitch.
And you just
I'm
never know.
Yeah. Even though it was like a nice-ish neighborhood.
It
And
isn't the worst.
yeah, it isn't. I mean, it wasn't the worst. We don't know what it's like now.
Well, yeah.
So we start making our way down these streets, and we're like, yes, so excited. Like, I'm a fat bitch. I'm sitting here with my bag of candy, like, we're walking back with my friend Z, her sister, and these two guys that we were friends with. And all the cars in this parking lot were gone, except for like this big van. And it was like 5 spots away from ours. So we were like, that's creepy. Like, where did everyone go? It's like 8:30, 9 o'clock maybe. And I'm like, okay, me being the prepared bitch I am, I have my keys out, like ready to go and like ready to like strike a motherfucker. Cause like, do not fuck.
Right.
Scared my whole life that I was going to be kidnapped.
Literally.
My parents were those parents who are going to be like, people will want to kidnap you. Be
Drilled it
prepared.
into your head so hard.
Yeah, they're like, you will be kidnapped one day. Like, and I'm like, okay. Sometimes I'd be like, please let them kidnap me. But then other times I'm like, oh my God, I'm so scared.
Right.
So, like, we're walking to our car and the van door, like, flies fucking open, like the sliding door. And like 5 dudes jump out and we're like, fuck. The 2 guys we're with, book it. They just fucking leave and like leave 3 girls, like 3. I was 17, my friend was 16, and her sister was 4. Left
Those
3
guys
teenage
suck.
They did. Fun fact, both of them ended up going to jail for stuff later
Sounds
in
about
life.
right.
Yeah, sounds about right. Did they go to get help? No, they did not. They did not. But these guys like come running out of this car and they start fucking grabbing us. And I'm like, are you
Hell the
fucking kidding?
fuck
Like,
no.
yeah, I'm like,
Lacey
I
said,
looked
not
my
today, bitch.
Not today. I had my keys like where you put them like in your knuckles and shit. I was like,
Yeah.
thank God I watched a lot of TV
Right.
because I would not have known that.
Right.
So I have the keys, and this guy is like trying to like put me in like a fucking chokehold, and I'm just like swinging with my keys, and I'm like, fuck you, get him in the face. I'm like trying to Miss Congeniality, like sing his ass.
Right.
But then like I'm fat and like awkward and I have like a bag of candy and my keys and I just start swinging my bag of candy at like the guys who have my friends, and I don't know if they had any weapons or what, but I'm like I am so winging. I'm like I am not getting kidnapped, not today. I have
Right.
so much candy to eat. Like I got full-size bars and like
Only reason.
yeah. Like I got so much Reese's, bro. Like do not fuck with me. So we are like fighting and I finally like get this guy, like I kick him like from behind, like I like throw my leg back and I hit him in the balls, And he finally like lets go. And then I turn around like with my keys in my hand and I like boom, get my friends. We run to my car, get in, lock the doors, and these guys like come and they're like banging on the windows. And I'm like, fuck. I don't even care if I
What?
like get arrested. We are screaming. But I throw my car in reverse. I was like, I'm going to hit one of these people. I don't care.
Right.
I was like, manslaughter. Don't know who she is. So I just
Who?
kept going. Yeah, who is she? Jail? No. I was like, they just tried to kidnap me.
Right.
I did not care. So we pulled, like, I just like gunned it, reversed, pulled out of the parking lot, and was like, speed limit's like 25 on the street. I was going like 50 because I was like, no. They got in their van and they followed us. They
Ooh.
followed us. And I was like, oh my God. So we went to where we lived. There was like this little place called Tangletown where it's just
Yeah.
like this like butt fuck of streets that like tangle into each other and you
And you
could get
get
lost in there.
lost. Yeah.
Yeah, the only reason I knew how to get out was because I had a friend that lived in there. So she's like, turn here, turn here, turn here. We pulled into a driveway and like went towards like back to the garage and like we shut the lights off.
Yeah.
And then we watched them like drive past and everything. We sat there and waited, pulled out, left. And I was like, nope. Okay. We went back to their house, which was like towards the high school, and cried to her mom, telling her what happened. And I don't think she believed us. Like she thought we were being dramatic, and I am like, bitch,
We're being
fuck
fucking
you.
serious.
Yeah. So I drop them off and then I go home. We were at her house for like from like what? We'll say 9 o'clock till 10. Then I get home at like 10:15, 10:20. And at this point, you guys are back at my house too.
Yeah.
So
And she means me and her younger sister.
my sister. So that's where my story ends for now, and Lauren's starts.
So my story isn't as detailed as Lacey's because this was so traumatic for me and Lacey's younger sister that I just suppressed it until Lacey brought it up the other day. So I even had to like message her sister and like be like, oh my God, is this what happened? This is what happened. I'm totally remembering this as a different time and like not as serious, and I have no idea why. But obviously, it's because it was so fucking traumatic that I just suppressed this memory as something completely different. So,
I mean, hashtag childhood.
right. Hashtag our entire life.
Bro. Yep. Yep.
But so we were trick or treating, obviously, me and her younger sister, my bestie. And we're by my house, the elementary school, we're passing through, blah, blah, blah. And there's like a catwalk, like by the elementary school that just like cuts through a couple streets. And we were walking through there, and this van it was like the old man creeper van. And they just kept following us. And so we're like, ayo, this van has been following us for a minute. Let's start walking in some weird like ways. Like, so we took the catwalk, blah blah blah, and we're like trying to like lose them, but obviously we couldn't, and they just kept following us in this terrifying old man creeper van.
Oh, it's
Right?
like thinking about it now, I'm like that just it's like number one on the on my list of reasons that I could like ways I could have died.
Right. Like we escaped death so many times.
Oh my God, yeah. Yeah. But
But
that's like honestly, that's the most terrifying one for me anyways.
I mean,
The
yeah,
most
it's definitely like top 3 for sure.
yeah.
But so like after a while, we're like trying to lose them, and going through like the catwalks and shit, but they just keep finding us, like they would just like speed up and turn around the block and like find us and like creep on us. So after like, I'm pretty sure it was like 45 minutes of them like following us. They, I don't think it was as many dudes as your story. So maybe some of them like were like, "Hey, my mom called. I have to go home, guys," you know. But like
They were
two,
definitely older. Like they
yeah,
were
no, they were.
older.
They were definitely older. But it was only like two or three guys for me and your sister. But
Yeah,
they
but was
jumped out.
any of them bloody?
I don't think so.
Yeah, so homeboy who caught my keys was probably like, you know what, guys, I'm out.
I'm out.
I'm
Yeah,
out. Like
exactly.
there's blood. Like it's gonna help, and no one's gonna stop and be like, hey, can you help me find my dog if I'm dripping
Right.
blood, you know?
Right. But so like two or three guys jump out and they grabbed us and they were like, you know, obviously trying to get us into their van, and we're just, you know, kicking, screaming, you know, fighting these dudes, like anything we can do to like bring attention to us, you know? And so people heard us like screaming and yelling, and they started to like come out of their house, like peep out their front doors and stuff. And like even other people that were trick-or-treating, like the parents were like, holy shit, you know, like dads were like, this is my time to like be a hero dad, you know? So they all like, people started to like walk towards us and be like, yo, you know, like we're gonna help these two girls. So they like, once people started like to come towards us like to help and shit, and more people started coming out of their house because we're literally like screaming and yelling, you know, at the top of our lungs and fighting these two kidnappers off. They finally drop us and they just ran to their car and sped off. And me and Lacey's sister, we just literally ran to my house because it was like 2 blocks away, and we just ran to my house. Like we didn't tell my parents or anything because my mom was terrifying when I was younger, still
Your
is,
mom would
but
never let you leave the fucking house again. She'd be like,
right,
you're homeschooled. Like,
literally. So
you're
like
never
we
leaving
we
again.
literally just went right up to my room and we were like, dude, that literally just fucking happened. We like ate candy and then I think, yeah, and then we went to your house and I spent the night and we were just terrified the
Mm-hmm.
entire night.
I came home and because I think you guys were there before I was. I was out with my. I was older,
Right.
and I was like, bro, like Z and I almost got fucking kidnapped tonight, and you guys were like, what? Like where? And I was like, over by the elementary school, like by your house, like we were over there, and like this van, and you're like, and a bunch of guys came out. And I'm like, yeah. They tried to pull us into the van, and blah blah blah. And honestly, I think yours might have happened before us because if
Like that's what I'm thinking.
when it happened, huh?
I said that's what I'm thinking because you have more people in your.
Well, when they tried to take us, there was like out. Like all the cars from the parking lot were gone. No more trick or treaters. Everyone's porch lights were off, which is why we were going back to the car.
Right.
And like we were just like what, a couple blocks away from you,
Yeah.
and you like
Well, there wasn't many trick-or-treaters when it happened to us, and like that's why like more people were like looking out. They were coming out of their like front door and like looking out their windows and stuff. And there just happened to be like two trick-or-treaters, you know, like, or it was like a family, like a mom and a dad. You know what I mean?
right, yeah, well, we had like no one, like it was like dead. There was no one anywhere. Like the only that were on like street light, one was already home, so we were like, fuck, this is how I'm going to die. Here it is.
Right. Happening.
It was fucking traumatic.
It was very traumatic,
So traumatic.
but
You completely forgot.
literally just suppressed the entire thing.
Yeah, so sorry for bringing that memory back, but
Yeah, thanks.
I called her yesterday, like, hey, you remember that time we almost got kidnapped? And she's like, no. Like, what? Yeah, on Halloween. I didn't almost get kidnapped on Halloween. I almost got kidnapped this other time.
Right.
What?
I was like, there's like 3 other times, but definitely never on Halloween.
And I was like, yeah, like, I'm pretty sure, like, you guys were talking, I think, I don't remember, one of you commented on my Facebook status, or, like, I brought it up, and I talked to my sister about it, and she was like, oh, yeah, I definitely remember that, and she, like, tells me hers, and I'm like, yeah, you have no memory of it. I was like, oh, like, I love that you did have that, and I'm so sorry that I brought up the trauma.
Yeah,
Like,
thank
I
you.
like, we laugh about it now, but, like, at the time, like, I know that night I did not sleep because I was, like, terrified that they were going to break into our house, like, they were gonna find my car,
Right, like they
and
followed us. And I feel
yeah,
like I
oh, no,
remember we all just like stayed up all night because we were so
yeah,
scared.
yeah. Ironically, I feel like, I mean, even if they did pass our house, the cops were at my house that night, so if they did drive past, they were like, "Oh, shit, the police, they called on us," which we
Right.
should have told the police because, like, what if somebody else got kidnapped? But I just think they
But like,
remember, like, watching the news and shit, and there was nothing about anybody being kidnapped or murdered or anything. So I think we
no.
scared them off.
And we also didn't
But
want your mom to find out. So we were like we didn't want our parents to find out because we were like, dude, they'll literally like never let us leave ever if we tell them this happened.
oh, no, no, no. I whole ass told my mom.
Did you?
I told I was scared. I
Oh
was
man.
scared. I was like, "Mom, protect me." I was like, "Don't tell my dad," because my dad would, like, he would, like, chain us up in the basement and never let us leave.
Right.
But my mom was just like, "Okay, like, we'll keep this on the down low, like, whatever." But, like, I told her, I was, like, so fucking scared. But the cops were at my house, so if they drove past and saw the cops, they were like, "Oh, those bitches told on us." Like,
Right.
whatever. But the cops were there because some kid that was fucking with my brother at school told, like, I don't know, his dad, like, tried to fight my brother who was like a freshman in high school.
Right.
This old man tried to fight a 14-year-old, and, like, what?
Imagine.
Yeah. So that happened, okay? The cops came for that because my brother fought. Like they got into a fight. Like they fist fought. The fun thing is my brother won and he was 14.
I mean, he also
I
was a
remember
pretty
this.
big boy.
Yeah. If you also remember, the cops came back.
I
The
don't
cops
remember
came
them
back.
coming back.
I remember them coming back because my other brother and his friend
I
who are
do
fucking
remember.
because they are hooligans.
Yes.
Um, I can't
I,
remember what they did, but they fucked some shit up. Somebody called the cops on them. Would like to point out that no charges were pressed against any party on
right.
this. I'm like, so my brothers get cops called because
But not
they,
the
like,
kidnappers.
yeah, the kidnappers, it's okay, let them go.
Right.
And like, to this day, I'm so scared I'm gonna get kidnapped. I am a grown ass adult.
Okay, but
And I'm like,
same.
I've seen Taken, bitch.
Right.
But like it's a thing, like it's an actual thing. And I know, like, we're like, oh, like as a kid, your parents were like, oh, like there's kidnappers and blah blah blah. And it was like we we were scared about it, but it wasn't like a thing we would think would happen to us. And
Right.
then, like, when it almost happened, it wow, this really hear about it, like, almost happens to you. It's like
You're
it makes
like, holy
oh,
shit. Yeah.
yeah. And to this day, don't like I don't like going places alone. I was gonna say I don't even like going to the grocery store alone, but I fucking hate grocery shopping. So now I do like the Walmart pickup.
A shout out.
Yes. So I don't have to like, I see one person, they come bring it to my trunk. Is this you? Yes, this is me. Okay, we had to substitute that. That's great. Pop it in. Okay, have a good day. You too, sir.
Bye.
Like, that's it.
I mean, I just like carry pepper spray now. Not that like that would completely stop somebody, but like, you know, it would help.
Right. I may or may not have military grade pepper spray because I don't know how legal it is to have that. But I
Wink,
did get
wink.
it from a DEA agent. So, but he definitely said not to tell people. But y'all don't know this shit, so it's fine. You don't know where I'm at.
Right. No clue.
Um, but like, yeah, I took the classes and stuff to get my, what is it, CPL?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I just have to go do my fingerprints and stuff and then like buy me a Glock.
Oh, I just have to. I already did all that. I just didn't buy one yet.
Oh, I just have
'Cause
to do the stuff to get my actual license, I have to like turn in my paperwork and like whatever to like the courthouse and go to the police station and do the fingerprints and stuff. I didn't do that because I'm lazy
okay.
and I
Well,
work
that shit
Monday through
also
Friday.
that shit expires, so you should look at the date.
I only had it for like 3 months. I think it expires in a year.
Oh, okay. Bet.
It's like I'm good. Like I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. You should. I mean, I just haven't like bought one yet because I'd be poor right now.
Bitch, hashtag same. And we're not gonna get into like the pro gun. I know I am very much do what you gotta do. Like no, but like I'm single. I'm in like where I work is not like the
The
nicest
best.
neighborhood. Yeah, like people I work with call it the ghetto of our area. And
Right.
I work at a corporate place. So like kind of
Yeah.
like it's a corporation.
Right.
And I sit at a desk all day. It like sometimes like I come in early in the morning. It's dark
Mhm.
outside. And sometimes like I leave when it's dark. Like,
Right.
but when you're in the parking lot, it's like
Free game.
it's just a bunch of factories around us and it's hella sketchy.
Yeah.
It's sketchy. Like I want to be able to protect myself. If you don't like guns, that's fine. I'm gonna be like Jonah Hill in um
Oh my
This Is the
God.
End, where he's like bang 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 bang
Right.
in the privacy of my own bedroom in front of my mirror. Yeah, I'll do that because it's fucking funny, but
Absolutely.
not, not in public.
Right.
Tangent about guns.
That's okay. I mean, sometimes it's needed. Sometimes you just have to have
Yeah,
tangents about subjects and just like clear the air. So we're not like super pro gun, but we're not like against them either. And we don't hate you if you love them or hate them.
yeah. It's like do what you want to do.
Right.
I would feel safer if I had a gun on me,
Yeah.
but
Oh,
I was gonna say we're single bitches, but Lauren's been booed up.
hella booed up. If you looking for a boo, Lacey is ready to be booed up.
Lacey has got so many offers, but Lacey has standards, which apparently I was told that I need to lower them. And I'm like, excuse me. So yeah, that's our, scary tale of how we were both almost kidnapped by a group of men in a creepy pedo van on
Literally.
Halloween. Yeah, on
The
Halloween.
same, it's just weird because it was the same day, like maybe an hour apart.
Yeah, and uh I don't know. Yeah, so that's our tale. Don't don't be a fucking weirdo and try to kidnap girls.
On Halloween or
Yeah,
in general,
in
ever.
general. Halloween is for getting that bag of candy and going the fuck home and smashing that candy. Like,
With your homies.
Yeah. It's trick or treat, not sex trafficking. Okay? Like, no, don't
Literally.
kidnap people.
That we are against that.
We are against kidnapping and sex trafficking.
Right. And remember, in a world full of Karens and kidnappers, be a fucking decent human being.
Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to subscribe, follow, and review. If you want us to read your Karen tales, send them to us. Our email is in our bio, or DM them to us. Lauren, give them those links.
So our Instagram is at excuse me Karen. Check it out, show us some love, send us the DMs, and thank you all for listening.
Bye.
Bye.